Okay, so I'll be showing you Nanimon's digivolution right now, because that's also one of the special digivolutions. He's got like no real precursor to it, according to the charts anyways. Basically all you need is any rookie, it doesn't matter which one, any rookie will suffice. Then you want your happiness and discipline to be at absolute 0. For the sake of it, for shown purposes, I've set my happiness and discipline to maximum, just to show you that at any percent you can do it. So what I'm gonna do right now is just use praise and scold for him to drop his happiness and discipline as low as possible. Basically, you can alternate. You can focus on one thing. Eventually you will lose more than you gain anyways. Obviously the most efficient thing is to just, if you start halfway, well, if you have, let's say you've got like half discipline but full happiness, then just keep on scolding him, keep on praising him, I mean, and his discipline will keep going down while his happiness can't go up anymore. So basically in this situation I want to keep scolding because his discipline is maxed out, and the only thing I can reduce right now is reduce his happiness while his discipline does not go up. It just saves you a bit of time, but you'll get there right away. So I'm actually gonna frame it limiter off to speed things up. The fact that he's hungry is actually a bit annoying for me right now. I'll just feed him, because obviously feeding makes him happy and gives him some discipline. Right, so we're minus 100 happiness, but full discipline. Now I'm gonna praise him. Now I'm just gonna alternate around this point. 50-50, so to say. And as you can see, slowly but steadily we're losing happiness and discipline. Alright, just keep doing this until he has no discipline, and well, his happiness is almost at minus 100, or almost at the bottom, basically. We're almost there. I just praise him there, because wait, I'll show it on this screen. There we go. We've got almost no happiness. Discipline is at absolute 0. The thing is, you're always gonna have either happiness or a bit of happiness or a bit of discipline if you use praise or scold, because it elevates one of both. So what I then do, I figured out that, well, if I overfeed him, he's gonna lose happiness. This is basically, you can also make him go exhausted, and that will reduce his happiness quite quickly. That's also a possibility, but like this is the easiest and quickest way to do it. Okay, his happiness is still not, I can see it from, because I'm using cheat engine to actually make it visible how low his value is, but you just want to overfeed him properly to make sure that you've got it as low as possible. Here comes the fly. If this happens, you're not totally screwed. You just want to hold triangle to prevent the fly from actually happening. There we go, we finally did it. It took a while, but so what I did was I saw that the fly came. As soon as it's this well, flower icon, but he gets this fly flying around him. As soon as that happens, you'll start gaining happiness at the cost of stats. But to prevent the happiness gain, I just open up the menu as quickly as I can, and I feed him. And while I feed him, I press and hold triangle. That way the menu will open before anything else can happen after the animation of the feeding. That way I basically prevent him from gaining happiness. And so I keep overfeeding and overfeeding him. If you're not using Cheat Engine, and you've fed him a few times, but he won't digivolve, then it means that you've got like not a minus 100% happiness. Usually one or twice, feeding him once or twice will actually give him minus 100 happiness, but this time it took a bit longer, but you know what to do now. So use the screen flashing or the menu flashing to prevent happiness gain when the fly happens, and in this case also for scolding and trial and error. So I know we should digivolve right now because we're gonna scold him and he's gonna digivolve. Oh, we gained some discipline there. Process normally. Yeah, there we go. It's like maybe it's because of the fly, but nope. So just keep feeding him and scolding and using the scolding trick, or using the scolding afterwards to trigger the digivolution. The silly thing is, I came up with this way of digivolving him as I felt forced, because I wanted to get a Nanimon without any care mistakes. Because I felt I wasn't sure whether care mistakes were carried over from digivolution to digivolution, and to get Digimon you can't have any care mistakes, or well, that's one of his main criteria. So I figured out a way to do it without care mistakes, and this is the way to do it. Any other way of reducing his happiness is fine though. Basically what you could do, again I suggest using the save system or save states if you don't mind. Basically in this case it doesn't matter. That way you can reset and try to reduce his happiness and discipline without getting the fly, because that definitely is the easiest way. That way his happiness will go down a lot quicker. Because I think, as you can see here, the happiness is going up really quickly because of the fly. It's constantly going up. That probably made it so hard to overfeed him into minus 100 happiness. But yeah, it's still doable even if you get the fly. So yeah, Nanimon without care mistakes. But any way of reducing his happiness and discipline to absolute zero will work. Just minus 100 happiness, 0 discipline, and then scold him. He'll become Nanimon. Good luck.